to this episode of the Everyday Wholeness Show. And, we've been living in a world where we might not feel quite as whole as we might like to feel, maybe because of the way we were brought up. What do you think, Janet?
Well, my friend, I think that, and I know so many of you will relate to this, especially the older souls amongst us. We come to our families and we want to tell the universe, God, the fairies, whoever it is that we do or don't believe in. I think the stork got this wrong. I'm at the wrong house, the wrong family, the wrong siblings, the wrong environment, the wrong school, the wrong friends. Y'all got this wrong. This is not what I signed up for. And it's funny because for those of you who did feel that way, welcome.
Well, that's me. That's me. So thank you for the welcome.
Welcome. Many of us feel or have felt in the past, or may feel at one point, that is our scenario.
Yeah.
And so as we grow up, or not grow up, some of you might be teens, children, whatever, but as we start to do our journey and we're start really just immersed in it, we start to learn, oh, there's shadow work, or oh, there's inner child work, or oh, there's life regression, or oh, there's this. I mean, you could say it. The list is long. I heard it in a book some time ago. The list of the amounts of efforts that you can put into this, the tool belts, the everything, they're immense. Okay, we'll be here forever. Have an episode just on that listing amount. The idea here being this, my friends, you designed it that way. You picked it. You signed on for the parents, the siblings, the friends, the contacts, the schools, the scenarios, the experiences. You practically signed on the contract in blood, okay?
Uh-oh, I think we're losing a lot of listeners here, but if you will bear us out, I think you'll understand if you will allow it to show up, because it took me a while. I got to say, I didn't choose this.
Oh yeah, I know. I didn't pick these guys. I didn't bring myself in here. They chose to have me.
What contract did I sign? I mean, heck, I was just brought in here. I didn't have a choice in my parents. And it's been so gratifying because, like you say, all of the inner child work, everything, Janet, that you talked about, I think oftentimes these are things to look at, to acknowledge. It can be helpful. But what I have found personally is recognizing that, oh, all right, so I might have contracted to come into this reality the way I was. And heaven knows, I grew up feeling like I was adopted. I didn't fit in any way, shape, or form. And except for the fact that I looked just like my mom, I'd still think that I might have been adopted.
And by the way, I know plenty of children who were adopted who had the feeling. I know children who were adopted who felt fine where they were. Yeah. So there's variation, right? But even so, I wasn't adopted, and I was told all the time that I was.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh wow.
So so talk about being the alien in the family.
Yeah.
Or weirding my parents out sometimes with some of the things I would say, or during a death of a family member and how I would calm things, and I would be shooed away because I wasn't meant to say certain loving things as a child.
Oh, wow.
Felt, right. So, who knows how young I was when I started channeling and really weirding out my parents. But the idea being this: we're taught in this spiritual walk and community self-development that we're here to heal. Guys, if you went back and really tried to heal every single moment, you would officially start to alter who you are in a way that may or may not be conducive to what you're trying to accomplish this lifetime.
And that's the key, to understand what it is that you are trying to accomplish in this lifetime. What is the contract that we signed up for? Because we agreed to come back into this world to accomplish something,
Yeah.
to correct perhaps things that went before, so that we don't have to relive them in the next lifetime.
Yeah, I do believe we come in to face curriculums that way, for sure. For sure. We come in, maybe that was mastered before, maybe it wasn't, maybe a previous lifetime jacked you up even more. Like, I know a lot of spiritual healers who will say, I had a hard time saying yes at the front end because there were so many lifetimes where I was murdered for doing it. So there's a variety of things out there. But then there's the wholeness compartment. And the wholeness that comes behind, sometimes if you're going to have someone who leads you, they might need to have some of the characteristics that you think has to be healed. So tell me something. Would you want to follow someone? And we're going to use like a general, okay? I know that we're not really great about talking about war and things, but like, let's just assume we're talking about war. Would you want to follow a general into battle who's humble, quiet? Let's just say that they don't want to shine their light. There is no arrogance. They're not controlling. They have no intention of manipulating their enemy. Or do you think there might be some benefit in the general having some ambition, perhaps some arrogance, being able to objectively look at things, controlling? There are moments where certain elements of a human benefit us, and there are moments where they do not. So part of our wholeness is also being able to distinguish higher wisdom of when one should shine and switch places with the other. If you're trying to grow business and you're writing and designing your website, should it sound humble? Should it sound quiet, meek? I'm sweet, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. Or do you want to show that you have something to offer, that you know who you are, that you have expertise in your arena? So this is a really good example of where when we polarize personalities, character traits, tendencies, things that all exist within us, all of them exist within us, the arrogance and the humbleness. I think we've talked about this maybe before, Karen. And when one should shine versus the other should not. And not the should even, but when it is to your benefit. My mentor, Tammy Demirza, will often say, yeah, she knows she's here to be the lead, but she will follow if the person who's leading knows how to do so.
We're all leaders sometimes. We're all followers sometimes.
Absolutely.
And that's the way we were designed to be, because not any one person has all of the answers. So we need to follow. We always need to find, and I keep saying need, which is one of my no words, must, should, need. I try and keep those out, but I am saying this is a necessary to recognize that we don't know everything. And it's important to find someone who can help you achieve what you need to achieve. And it could be one person for this moment, and then you grow. And I think both of us, Janet, have had coaches and mentors and teachers that we outgrew, we outshone. And yes, for some of them, I paid major bucks, but I don't want to emulate the way they are.
Yeah, and you don't need to either, because you came in built in with your own authenticity. Exactly. And now I'll bring this in even further to bring it full circle. You designed your own authenticity based off of the characters you picked out to be the characters in your play. They served purpose. Personally, my own characters designed a lot of grit for me. Determination, independence, autonomy, perseverance, resilience, and the exact opposite of that too. Whole.
It's all whole. It is being everything that you can be and shine without the judgment on yourself. The judgment is not a bad thing. The judgment would be to help you learn what you want to keep and what you want to leave.
Yeah, it's a tool.
It's a tool. And it is, but feeling good in your own skin, that is being whole. Without judgment of self or others. That is, oh, my heart is just filling with joy right now, just thinking about all of you and being here with Janet and all of you listeners. It's just so rewarding and it's making me feel whole. It's wonderful.
It really is amazing. It really is. But yes, friends, and to empower you, for those of you who can't really relate to this message, or perhaps this is too big of one to gulp down and swallow, know that there have been plenty of lives and humans and experiences that have come in to some pretty adverse scenarios. And there have been experiences that haven't quite been as adverse for you as well in all of the variety of your lives. But this is a place of expansion. This is a place of discovery and learning your wholeness, that self-actualization, to really recognizing your limitless heart, your limitless being, and how only focusing on the pain, only focusing on that past will also create more of it.
Mm-hmm. The law of attraction is alive and well and working, whether we honor it, recognize it or not. It's going to be working.
Yeah. And whatever is projected before you is for you. Be it a good guy or a bad guy in front of you, a nice character, the protagonist or the antagonist, and the comic relief, all for you. What
Don't you love it? It's so cool how life is so amazing and awesome and able to fill us with everything if we allow it to.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
And we can be whole in every step of well-being. It is allowing yourself and others. I was talking to somebody the other day about a young lady who, unfortunately, upon occasion, not often, but upon occasion, she will drunk text. And it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. But afterwards, there is no apology, or there are half-assed apologies, like, I suppose I should apologize. And that's good enough. No, that's not an apology. Just FYI, guys, if you're going to do an apology, make sure it's a good one. And what this is resulting in is a difficulty to see all sides. What are the other possibilities? And she's making herself miserable, absolutely miserable, because it's everyone else's fault. And she feels whole and okay. No judgment. It makes me sad, So maybe there is a little judgment. It makes me sad because there is so much beauty and caring and loving, and also such huge destruction in families. And that is part of the whole.
You're
So
so right. Yeah, it is, because it's definitely unveiling curriculums, projections, mirrors that we're here to use for our growth. Here to use for our growth. So when there is an antagonist or someone in your life, and I have had someone in my life that I told my mentor one time, God dang it, she takes the Academy Award. She did it up big. She put it right in my face. That's what concluded my whole life spent crazy, right? She gets all of the awards. But the amount of suffering that I chose to go through, because there's pain, guys, and pain will happen. But when you choose to stay in the pain, now you have elected suffering.
and
And
why?
so,
Ask yourself why.
yeah, I got addicted to it.
Mm.
I got addicted to it. The dopamine that was, the body knows dopamine. It doesn't know if it's happy or sad. It knows dopamine. Okay. Doesn't matter the event bringing the dopamine. And so that being the case, it's interesting because I chose it. So there was a lot of hard work, a lot of years. And for some of you, it might take years. It might just be the realization of just this one episode, or reading it in a chapter, or having your aha moment in the shower. But the moment I realized, oh my gosh, I created this, I had a fit. I was in the car with my mentor and I was like, Tammy, oh my God, I realize it's like I'm the one that spilt the chips all over the floor, and I'm the one that stomped on them, and I made extra crumbs and they dispersed everywhere. I'm the one that did it. And it was really funny. So the next day I get in the bathtub, or that night I get in the bathtub, and I'm like sitting there naked, flipping off God and the angels and all this stuff and blah, 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 blah. And then there's like sudden silence and I hear crickets. And I start laughing, because the idea is you're a masterful creator, and we start creating from the moment we're in the womb. Don't have the awareness, perhaps cognitively, what we're doing, but we are friends. So the idea is this. Let's pretend you've been hyper triggered by our episode today. Here's your challenge. What would you like to do with it?
I love it.
Yeah.
And people, when you hear this, I'd love to have you sign up for the Magical Tea Party and share. What will you do with this?
Mm-hmm.
So the link for that is at the end of the episode. You can see it. And we also have it below this episode for our third Thursday Magical Tea Party. It is amazing. Everybody that has come just say, this is life-changing.
Yeah, they keep showing up.
a lot. Yeah. Yeah. And it isn't every week, but some of them every week. Yeah. Or every month, rather.
Yeah.
We only have it once a month. But
Yeah.
so go ahead and sign up for the Magical Tea Party with Janet and I. And it's fun. It's fun.
It is.
And share what this episode may have brought up for you. We'd love to hear.
Uh-huh. Good luck, my friends, and love to you.
Love to you. Till next time. Be
Bye-bye.
whole.